Hello everybody and welcome to Dad Got Tech. In today's episode, we're gonna go over the second really basic function of your camera that you should know. We've already gone over shutter speed and shown you how that affects your footage. I'll throw the link to that video up here. The next really important thing that you need to know about your camera and how it works is something called aperture.
Who got this? Dad got this.
You'll hear people refer to things as like f1.8, f2.6. What they're talking about is the aperture of the lens. People will also refer to it as the speed of the lens. These are technical terms and things that you probably don't need to worry about that much. What you need to know, basic, plain and simple terms, this is a lens. This is what lets the light into your camera. The aperture is how big the opening to that lens is. See how big that hole is? Imagine how much light that hole is gonna let into your camera. That's a lot of light. This is an f1.8 lens. So really fast lens, which means in low light, it's gonna let lots of light in and help you film in dark conditions. This is the kit lens that came with my camera. Its widest opening it has available to it is an f3.5. So, see that little pinhole? That's what lets the light in this lens. Now, when you go all the way zoomed out, it gets even smaller. You can't even see through that. Looking at those two lenses, you can see that one of them is going to let in a lot more light. A lot more light is going to make your image brighter. You can shoot in dark conditions without a problem. That's the big difference in aperture. That's the main thing about aperture, light. Now, there is a byproduct of this aperture and these openings. When you adjust the aperture, you're gonna adjust what's called bokeh. Bokeh is that beautiful background blur that you see behind photos and videos that kind of separates the foreground you from the background, what's behind you. And it's a very film look. Everybody in film wants bokeh, they want background separation, they want that blur. Well, the faster your lens, the more aperture available to you, the lower your number, the more you're gonna be able to get that background blur. So this lens with its f1.8 is going to make the background way blurrier if you want to than this lens with an f3.5. And to kind of show you that difference, I filmed a little bit of footage using a buddy of mine. This is the smoothest character in the Star Wars universe, Lando Calrissian. Good old Lando jumped in and he was a model for me, and we shot this footage. So as you can see, as you adjust the aperture, the image gets brighter or darker, brighter or darker. That's only if you lock in your settings. If you lock in your shutter speed and your ISO, that'll happen. Now, if we don't lock them in, what happens when you adjust your aperture? Now, as we adjust our aperture, the background changed. The blurriness of the background started to come in. The lower we set our aperture to, the more blurry the background and out of focus the background became. That's basically it. That's what you need to know about Aperture. How are you going to apply this to your filming? If you are someone like a vlogger who vlogs out in the parks, you're going to want to know Aperture. And if you have a camera that lets you adjust said aperture, that is one thing that you're going to want to be able to do when you know, uh-oh, it's getting dark. I'm going to crank my aperture all the way down as low as possible, so that way I can let as much light in and it's going to give you the cleanest and best looking image. There are other ways to film at night, and we'll go over those later, but if you're able to adjust your aperture, it's the cleanest way without introducing noise. If you just push your ISO, which is another setting in your camera, which we'll discuss, all the way up, it's gonna add grain to your image and it's not gonna look as good. So having a camera with a fast aperture is preferable. Now, the other thing you're gonna wanna know is, let's say you do wanna get that cinematic look and you want that bokeh behind you, then you're gonna also wanna crank down your aperture as low as you can. Now you're gonna run into some issues, and we've gone over this in my camera basics video. If your aperture is way too low and it's really bright and sunny, your image is gonna be blown out because you're letting a lot of light in. And there's ways to fix that. We're gonna go over those called ND filters in a future video. So that should give you a really basic understanding of aperture. Two things: how much light does it let in, and how blurry does it make the background. Adjusting your aperture is going to adjust those two items. Combine that with shutter speed, and if you know how to set your shutter speed and your aperture, you can achieve a variety of different looks and shoot in just about any condition, knowingly that you're gonna get a crisp, clean, and properly exposed image. Speaking of properly exposed images, has nothing to do with what I'm gonna ask you about. What I am gonna ask you about is, if you are enjoying my content, I'd ask that you consider take two. If you are enjoying my content and it's helpful to you, I'd ask that you consider subscribing and maybe hitting the notification bell. That would actually help Dad out a whole lot. Dad has a whole network of channels that he works on, so it took a little bit longer to get this video out than I wanted, but I still am focused on getting videos out for this tech channel, and there will be a slew of videos coming soon. So if you'd like to learn about tech, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you're interested in other things like Disney parks and shopping, I've got a channel for that. If you're interested in recipes and food, I've got a channel for that. If you want to watch an awesome live show where two idiots talk about random things and tangents and try really hot sauces and crazy 9 million Scoville lollipops.
My mouth is on fire.
That's literally
my mouth feels a little hot
the hottest
too.
thing ever.
Constellation.
The seltzer water made it worse.
Give me a tissue.
Shocker.
Oh my God.
What is candy corn gonna do?
I've got a channel with a friend for that. All those channel links will be down below. Check them out. You might find something you enjoy. So that's it. That's our little lesson on Aperture. Hope you enjoyed it. And just so you know, Dad doesn't do outros. So that's it.